La cena. Cómetela rápido.
You hungry?
So this is our new friend Adewale, and he is an absolute badass.
Find a weapon and steal a ship.
Que Dios nos ayude. No me gusta la...
Now I believe Adewale is actually the main character in the Freedom Cry DLC, which I have never played before, but I believe he is the main character in that DLC. I don't know if it's a standalone game yet. Usually they do that kind of thing, like with Assassin's Creed Liberation. That was mentioned in this game as well. Hooooo. But yeah, Liberation actually became a standalone DLC, and it, you know, I think you can get it on disc. Yeah. Also, I've played Assassin's Creed Rogue, which kinda ties in with this game a little bit. It happens after this game and before Assassin's Creed Unity, and I have to say I'm not a big fan, to be honest. It was made only for the PlayStation 3 and I believe Xbox 360, probably came out on PC as well. But the graphics were just poo. Assassin's Creed 3 had amazing graphics. Assassin's Creed 4, as you can see, looking pretty damn fine. Probably some of the best graphics I've seen. Well, you know, Assassin's Creed Unity and Syndicate have really good graphics, but considering the time this came out, and considering this game also came out on the PS3 and Xbox 360, and PC as well, of course. Ooh, fucking hell! Jesus Christ almighty! Well, I wish I'd known about that sooner. Anyway, yeah, Rogue, not really my thing. It was okay, but it just wasn't particularly good. I'd like to say that just to get out of the way, because I've had a few people ask me if I'll ever do Assassin's Creed Rogue. The answer is probably no, even though I do have the Platinum Trophy for it. Of course I do.
We're stealing a brig. Hey, take what you need.
Won't be a minute.
There's many prisoners held on these ships. Set them free, and they'll sail with us, no question.
Okay, so we just found some leather. I guess that's like pauldrons, spolders, and I guess greaves as well. Can't really see the greaves just yet. I believe that's what we found. And they just go over the regular old outfit that we got. And I think we also have a holster and some other guff. Weird though. We're going to find out soon, when we learn about crafting, that we can actually craft ourselves some like pauldrons and gauntlets and stuff, and it doesn't really show up on you. You know, like in before, in like Assassin's Creed 2, let's say, if you were to no, let's do Assassin's Creed 2, whatever. You know, you'd get the armor set. You know, you'd get a different piece of armor, and it would go onto you, and you'd see it. Like if you just bought the metal cestus, or is it cestus or cestus, whatever, the metal gauntlet. If you bought that, then you'd see it on your hand in the cutscenes and in the game. However, if you craft something in this game, you don't see it on yourself, which is a bit unfortunate.
So that's the idea then. Free what men we can, then find a fast ship to flee it.
Aye, there's a brig in this fleet. I'll make my way to it.
Okay, so we're going to get ourselves a brig. I also say okay quite a lot, don't I? Okay, so we're going to get ourselves a brig eventually, and a brig is essentially just a moderately sized ship. Oh, can I do a double? No, I can't. Oh well, I'll try to do a double kill there where you can actually like climb on someone's body and use them as leverage. Holy shit, how dare you hit me. Yeah, you can climb on someone's body, use them as leverage, and then hit another guy. You'll probably see it at some point. It's pretty damn epic. Can you stop hitting me, please? Jesus Christ, I need to actually get a bit of practice in here. But this is the mission where we are going to acquire our ship. Ooh, slice and dice, baby. So we're going to acquire our ship here, and where's that guy? Probably in the crow's nest, right? Whatever, who cares about him then? So what we're going to do is free some pirates.
There's a catch to this favor. You're sailing with me.
I'd follow you to hell for this, mate.
I believe we're already there, mate. Ooh, that was deep. Anyway, what we can do here is we can actually ride on these ropes. And sometimes, if you're lucky, you can get an assassination from them. Unlike me, and I'm not lucky. Eventually, though, I'll probably get one. And I'd like to see more stuff like this, where you can sort of climb from ship to ship, because when you're actually playing the game, boarding is a little bit different to this. It's more of a set event where you have to do particular things. Look at these moves, though. Look at these moves! Amazing. Sometimes they don't make sound, though. Pretty weird.
Come on, lads. If we're to drown today, it won't be here.
This guy looks a bit like the Sage. Also, I believe these NPC people here have the exact same coding as the thieves from Assassin's Creed 2. Now, I'm not one for coding and all that stuff, but they act exactly the same. And me being an Assassin's Creed 2 fanatic, considering it's my favourite Assassin's Creed, also these big guys with the axes, you just press X, knock them about a bit, and then hit them in the back with square. It's very simple. You know what, I'm going to use this big ass axe, why not? I believe I can throw it as well, unless I actually need to unlock a particular thing to do that. You know what, since I actually can't throw it yet, I'm going to walk in and see if I can use it in combat. Let's see what happens. Oh, I can throw it. Well, I'm not going to do that yet. Well, that didn't really work out, did it? Let's try again. And I got hit in the face there, of course. Let's try again and see if I can hit him in the back with this. Actually, let's hit him on the ground with it. Right, so there's actually a few more people to kill, so let's see how the combat actually fares. Or I should say, actually fares. Ah! Considering it's a large axe, it's fairly swift. But to me, personally, it's like faded through the ground. Oh, God. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a massive fan of heavy weaponry. I like light, sort of, swift movements. That's just me, anyway.
There's a brig nearby just waiting for us to take her.
Speaking of being a fanatic of Assassin's Creed 2, I'd just like to ask, I ask this every Assassin's Creed Let's Play I do, I believe, but what is your favourite Assassin's Creed game? Because mine is and always will be Assassin's Creed 2, because it's just absolutely fantastic. It changed the game so much, it added so much, it added Ezio Auditore da Firenze, and no one can doubt that he was, I'm not going to say the best, but he is certainly one of the best. He's the only assassin to date who has had more than one game based off of him. And he's actually referenced quite a lot as well. He's always mentioned in other Assassin's Creed games, and he's always got like little things on him all the time. Like, you can actually use his costume in pretty much all of the games. You can use it in this game. You know what I mean? But it's his costume from Brotherhood. Always the Brotherhood costume. There we go, I've used the guy's leverage. Not particularly, though. I'll try again. Maybe I can do another one. Yeah, like that. You know, you see, you got to get the right angle, and sometimes it's a bit random whether it happens or not, but it can happen. I like the running kills, you know, the running assassinations, especially with the dual swords. Pretty awesome. A lot of times, though, you can, like, I'm not going to say glitch yourself, but if you are running against terrain, sometimes you'll not wedge yourself in, but you'll sort of slip down the terrain and it can cancel your combat, so be a bit careful with that. So we're going to try and save these pirates then, that's the objective. But anyway, back to the question at hand. What is your favourite Assassin's Creed game? And more to the point, who is your favourite assassin? Of course, you already know mine. Assassin's Creed 2, Ezio Auditore da Firenze. Well, that worked. And that did. Anyway, let's try and get an actual double kill here, shall we? Let's pull out the hidden blades and see what happens. Ah, El Clasico. I like it.
We're going topside. Be ready.
Okay, so now I have to kill the captain, and I do believe this is the point where I can actually get an aerial assassination from a rope. Impressed? Well, you shouldn't really be, because it's kind of scripted.
Forward, lads!
Save your singing for Davy Jones who jagabats. It's a hard wind coming.
The man speaks true. You lot weigh anchor. As for the rest, half on the foremast and half at the main. Let's outrun this hurricane. Watch on those galleys.
Edward Kenway with the sick flows. Anyway, all we're going to do is escape. Don't try and fight, even though it's kind of possible to do so. But don't bother with it. Just get out of here. That's the important part. You'll probably take a lot of damage, but you can actually brace, of course. I mean, if you ever played Assassin's Creed 3, then you'll know about the general mechanics of ship and naval combat, but they'll teach you a lot about it, you know, like you're doing right now. It's like, oh, here's how to fight, but don't bother with it, just escape, because it's too many for you to actually fight properly, and all you got to do is get out into the sea there, and then try and avoid a massive hurricane storm that's coming, because of course we are in the Caribbean, so storms are fairly regular, and we will encounter them very frequently. Rogue waves! Interesting how Edward actually has his hood up on the ship here, yet he never does that. He always takes his hood down, because it's like a sign of respect or something, or he just doesn't like wearing his hood, because he's not a real assassin, is he? Really does get to me sometimes, but anyway, you can face rogue waves up front. I'm probably going to hit this ship at the side here, or not. If you face rogue waves up front, then you won't take any damage. If you get hit in the side, you'll probably almost instantly die, like that ship there. Easy peasy as that. So try and avoid that and just face rogue waves up front, and also try to avoid water spouts, because they will tear you to shreds. And after all this, we just got to get to the green marker, and the mission is done. And then we'll get some cutscenes, and then we'll meet Adewale a bit more formally, and maybe we'll learn some things. I don't know. I suppose I should really just fill this time with some idle banter. I don't really know what else there is to say, you know? You're just sailing a ship. That's basically all we're doing. It's not particularly hard, although the water spouts do have a certain pull to them, so try and avoid that. I don't know if you can tell, but if you look at the mini-map on the left, you can see the direction of the wind. The head of the arrow is directional, and it tells you which way the wind is going. And red means strong, yellow is sort of moderate, and then it goes green, which means like a sort of mild wind. So of course, when you got like a sort of green wind behind you, it means you're going to travel at a moderate speed. If you got a sort of a thing, if the arrow's behind you, the arrowhead's behind you, of course you are going to travel slower, and there's going to be a lot of resistance. So it's kind of tricky to sort of manage it, because the wind is random. You're never really going to know. But I believe that sort of you can get a general gist. Oh, I knew him. I was actually under his command when I was in the army. That's just a joke. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I'm coming up with these awful puns. Fucking hell. Yeah, the wind. You can get a general gist of where it'll go, but in storms, of course, the wind does change very frequently, so you kind of just have to adapt, which I like. I like having to adapt with it. You can see the wind is, you know, back to normal now, so everything is fine. And yeah, usually the wind will be behind you, but sometimes it won't be, so just try and get used to how that feels. And it feels very awkward, but I'm sure you'll manage it.
By God, we pulled this one straight from the teeth of Neptune. I'm Edward. Much thanks for your aid back there.
Adewale.
been to Nassau, Adewale?
Not yet.
By God, she took some knocks, didn't she? I think I'll keep her. All hands aft, lads! We're taking this one home!
So, the treasure fleet. I do believe I got the full sync there, of course. I guess it's pretty impactful because this is the point where we actually get our ship, so I'm gonna like it. Fairly good.
I've made my choice, Addy. I'm calling her the Jackdaw. A sly bird I loved as a child back in Swansea.
A dark little creature, no?
Did it rub you wrong when I took this brig as mine own?
It was the sort of rub I have learned to endure, sailing among faces of such fairness.
It's true. Most of these men wouldn't accept you as a captain. So what fair role would complement such unfairness?
I'll be your quartermaster. Nothing less.
All right. And as quartermaster, have you any immediate counsel for this tyro captain?
Rest and repast would do us good before Nassau. Water for drinking. Hunting for food and repairs.
Well reasoned, sir. Hunting, it shall be. We'll find a decent place to drop anchor. I spied a few items in the hold earlier. Powder and a few pistols. I think I'll fashion a second holster if I can.
It's a good start.
One you find laughable.
Could we talk a moment about the condition of the ship?
What's the trouble?
I had a walk about the gun deck this morning, and couldn't stand for what I saw. A clutter of linstocks heaped like tinder, and one with a slow match still burning.
Christ.
And just nearby, 2 barrels of gunpowder, closer than man and wife, fit to explode at the touch of a spark.
We'll stow ours good and proper.
As for the cannons, they might as well be tossed. Clogged touch holes in need of scraping, corrosion on the bodies, barrel swabs as naked as knives, and breech ropes so rotted, I could use them for knitting yarn. The short of it is, we need good equipment kept in fine condition. But we cannot win every battle with snares and shouts. So worry about your own armaments when it suits you. But don't forget about your Jackdaw as well.
No, indeed. We'll make it a point to keep this ship and its crew in fine condition.
So essentially that's just foreshadowing to the fact that you can upgrade the Jackdaw, and it's very important to do so because as you can see we only have 4 cannons right now, and that is just not enough. Anyway, we're going to go to Abaco Island, which I just crashed into there of course, but that's not a problem. The ship will regenerate health as all ships do. So what we're going to do on Abaco Island is we're going to get ourselves some crafting equipment, otherwise known as animals. I believe we need like a cougar and a what is it, iguana? Pardon me, woo, that came out of nowhere. Stealth burp, Jesus. Ocelot and iguana. I don't want to kill an ocelot. Oh. Anyway, yes, hunting and crafting, blah blah blah. We've done this in Assassin's Creed 3, if you've ever played it of course. However, in Assassin's Creed 4, it doesn't matter if you shoot them or not, because I don't know why actually. I was going to try and come up with a reason, but no, I don't have one. You can just blast their ass like this and everything will be fine. However, I do believe there is a full sync for this and I've just completely forgotten it. What is it? I might have to pause the game to find out. Shoot an iguana and air assassinate an ocelot. Okay, so there's an iguana over there. I wonder if I can snipe it. Oh, boom! Easy peasy. So I've shooted an iguana, and ooh, can I shoot another one? Can I do it again? Oh, I can't actually quick shoot this one. I'm gonna have to try and manual it. Oh, right in the arsehole. Anyway, we can skin them, and it doesn't really matter if you shoot them, because the quality of pelt remains the same regardless, for some reason. Of course it does. I mean, I guess he's a pirate, so he doesn't really care about the quality. Is that the reason? Whereas Connor actually did care. Coincidentally, Edward Kenway, Connor Kenway, Haytham Kenway. Perhaps you've already realised there may be a connection here. Anyway, so I have to air assassinate an ocelot. Ocelots are usually found within like the sort of central area, but can run out, so there is that. All I've got to do is find one. Actually, let's synchronise whilst we're here. Why not? I mean, that is possibly the lowest synchronization point ever, and I don't even think... Well, maybe you could jump into there. I guess that's the, yeah, leap of faith. I was going to say, is that the only synchronization point where we don't get a leap of faith? Here is a little boat here, which we can actually use to get back to the Jackdaw very quickly, and it's basically an instantaneous thing. Also, I've spied some ocelots, so I'm going to try and air assassinate one of them. Well, that seemed to work. And I've also got an Abstergo challenge of getting it with a hidden blade. And I believe there should be one for doing it from the air, because it's not always that easy, to be honest. Also, that is a pretty gory sight. And they've left the ribs with the meat on it still. Are you serious? You could just totally put them on a barbecue. That'd be lovely. I've never had ocelot before. I don't think I'd like to try it, but I don't know. Maybe it's tasty? Who knows? Anyway, there is an ocelot on this other slice of island, so maybe I could just shoot it right in the arsehole. Unfortunate that this has to happen, but guess what? It's a game, so who really cares? There we go then. So now we can craft ourselves an extra holster and an health upgrade. Wow, I'm terrible today. For some reason I went into Edward upgrades there. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, we go to crafting, and we go to pistol holster 2, which means we can now have an additional pistol. That will take 2 ocelot pelt, and guess what? We've already got 2. Amazing. Some things later down the line will cost quite a lot of things. I don't really want to reveal... Wow, I can't speak today. I don't really want to reveal the kind of things we need to fight, but let's just say some of them are fairly massive. Anyway, down here we have the health upgrade, which are the gauntlets, or more like wrist guards, because, yeah. Anyway, yeah, they've got the wrist guards, and this takes 2 iguana leather, and this protective gear increases Edward's health by 25%. Now, like I said before, with the, you know, crafting and stuff, I've made some wrist guards, but guess what? I already have them. As you can see, they were there the entire time. Same goes for these things on the tricep and the pauldrons here. Or are these spaulders? I don't know. I've got pauldrons, spaulders, chest guard, I don't know. Anyway, yes, we've already got this kind of stuff on us, and that's always there. It never changes, but you can actually craft different outfits. And I don't know. I think I might buy some different outfits, to be honest. I like Edward's outfit, but there is like a black and red version. Of course, that does signify Master Assassin, as we all know, so maybe. And there you can actually buy some cloaks, which just add onto this outfit here, which, okay, but not amazing. You know, there's all sorts of stuff you can get. We'll talk about that when it comes to it. I have no idea what's happening here, but for some reason, it's happening.
Ahoy, Captain. Find what you need.
My needs and wants are oceans apart, mate. But I did fashion myself a new holster. All I need now is a pistol to lie in it.
Yeah. Taken from the holds, just as you said.
Little more than a blowpipe. But it'll do. So, are we rested? Or should we idle a while longer?
Best way anchor. I think the crew is itching to reach civilization.
You'll find no civilization in Nassau. But it's a fine place to be merry all the same.
Ooh, of course I got 100% sync, considering I attempted it this time. I don't know. Simple, effective, very short and sweet. I'm gonna say like. You know, introduced us to crafting, very nice of them. And yeah, very simple, got to see some sights, and it was very nice.
in! All sail! She'll take it!
Anyway then, let's go and sail to Nassau then, shall we? Bit of a journey, but I'm sure we'll make it intact. Oh fuck, I hope I haven't jinxed myself.